Jasmine Shah, I want to bring you in. Has the government called you or the Aam Aadmi Party, even though your pool in the larger lot is just 15,000 votes, but has the government tried to initiate a conversation, the ruling party, to try and build consensus on a mutual candidate?
Well, I think they know better not to, because the vision that BJP has for this country is diametrically opposite to the vision that Aam Aadmi Party has for this country.
So now have you confirmed in a way that no matter then you will go with the opposition on a candidate that they choose?
We are not saying that. Again, I'll go back to the statement I made earlier, that for us, what is most important is that who is that individual that the nation can trust to uphold constitutional values above anything and everything else. Doesn't matter which party or what background the person has, can we as a nation collectively trust this individual as the first citizen of the nation to uphold the constitution in a time of unprecedented crisis? And not, I don't mean by the crisis of employment and price rise, I mean a constitutional crisis where almost the foundations of each and every institution are being weakened, and we know it is the BJP regime that wants to see that happen, and therefore we are committed. If it means working with other opposition parties, we are not saying no to that. But it will all finally arrive at who is that candidate who we feel collectively as the best suited candidate to uphold the constitution of a country.
Dr. Dastidar, two names were given by your leader. Name number one was Sharad Pawar. He has said no, which you have accepted. Name number two was Farooq Abdullah. His son Omar Abdullah said no. Name number three was put forth by the left, Mr. Yechuri, suggesting Gopal Krishna Gandhi. Is the TMC ready to put their seal of approval on Mr. Gandhi?
Only time will tell. We have to discuss every party, every political party will discuss in their party, inside the party forum, and they will come up with a name and a consensus, and then only it will be announced. Because this is a very serious matter. We are trying for the topmost constitutional post, and the person has to be dependable. The person has to uphold the constitution of India laid by our forefathers, not being unfriendly towards the constitution as is happening now. So this will take time, and people-friendly, constitutional-friendly name will come out with which all parties will agree, and then only we will go for the election.
All right, okay. Mr. Reddy, I'll bring you in on this. You say you're equidistant from the BJP of late. Your leader, KCR, has criticized the BJP, especially Mr. Modi, in a big way. But I'll take you back to the 2017 presidential elections, sir. At that point of time, the NDA did not have the numbers to pull in with their candidate. It was you who helped the NDA at that point of time. You voted with the BJP. The TRS went with the BJP. Would that happen again this time?
No, absolutely not. That was a different situation, wherein, the political dynamics are different then. Now it is totally different. The BJP has failed this country. We have a strong, our CM also has presented this many times before the nation, that BJP failed this country in all aspects. So there is no question of supporting BJP. At the same time, we are equidistant with Congress. That's what I'm trying to say. And as many other speakers were saying, you are electing a person for a top constitutional post of this country. So there is no hurry. We will definitely have wider consultations before we express our opinion, and who should be the candidate, and what could be, our priority, and what we are going to do on this. Basically, as somebody was saying that, the trustworthiness, the upholding the constitutional values, being friendly with all the parties and all that, these all should be there. At the same time, I repeat, we have enough time. We will discuss widely. We have many parties. AAP is there. There are so many other parties. There will be many options coming up. There will be many, options coming up.
But sir, AAP really doesn't have that kind of votes, right? It would hope to in all of this. But I'll ask you, that question again. And one thing you're saying, the TRS this time around is very clear, because 2017 you voted for the BJP. No matter what, the TRS is not going to go with the NDA this time?
Is that correct? I clearly said we are equal in distance with both the parties.
So if the Congress decides to go with the opposition, Mr. Reddy?
Clear. Let the candidate come out, consensus candidate come out. Let the things come forward. What's going to happen in the days to come? We have enough time. We will discuss it. There is time. That's what I'm trying to say. There is no hurry. We are not in a hurry.
The other question, sir, I'd ask you is, if the Congress decides to go with the united opposition, Will that stop the TRS from going with the united opposition?
Let's see how it goes, because we are very clear. We don't want to share any platform with Congress party. But the nation's priority also is there. We want a strong candidate. We want a trustworthy and a person who can uphold the values of the Constitution should be there as the president of this country. So let's see how it goes. We have enough time. There is no hurry now.
The
We are
TRS
not an
is
urgency.
right.
In haste.
Well, your party has itself in a rather peculiar position because you don't want to go with the BJP. You are very clear of that. 2017 you did, not now. But you don't want to go with the Congress as well. Congress, meanwhile, attended this meeting and is ready to come up with a mutual candidate.